Hello, good morning, and welcome to Blast Naija News Update. Don't forget, this is where we'll give you the latest up-to-date info on entertainment, news, and of course, current affairs. Whatever is happening around your environment will bring you top-notch information as it unfolds. And don't forget to also give you information that cuts across the boundaries of Nigeria. All right, this morning I thought we should do something different. Let's take a look at some of the dailies, some of the stories that are making the headlines. Today's national dailies. Don't forget, today is September the 17th, 2024. And the first paper I have with me here is the Daily Times. On the front page of Daily Times, we'll have the story making headlines. It says, Federal government to create disaster relief fund, says Tinubu. He also pledges federal government support for Maiduguri flood victims. And United Nations also announces a $6 billion to support flood victims in Burundi. Don't forget, the president had been out of the country. He was in China recently, and from China, he made a short stopover in London in an unspecified location. But then the president has also been criticized for seeking medical help outside the shores of Nigeria. Okay, on the second story we have here on Daily Times, that's on World Trade Organization. We have Okonjo Iweala to seek second term as Director General DG. We already have 58 countries endorse her for the second term. Okay, we have another story that says Nigeria's inflation slows to 32.15% in August amid high food prices. Okay, then we also have this story that says Nimet predicts 3-day thunderstorms rains for Tuesday. Today is Tuesday, being the 17th day of September. Don't forget, and Nimet is Nigerian Meteorological Agency. They are responsible for the prediction of the weather, more like what we call weather forecast. Okay, now we have another story here on the Edo governorship election that is slated to come up pretty soon. Ihodalo files a 20 billion naira defamation suit against Oshomole. Okay, and that's a story you'll find in the front page of Daily Times. Now, moving over to Voice of Liberty, we have NNPC to sell Dangote petrol above 1,000 naira per litre in the north and 950 naira in Lagos State. Okay. Then we also have on Eid al-Maulud. Of course, if you remember that yesterday was a public holiday as declared by the federal government. 35 celebrants died in Kaduna road crash. Oh, quite unfortunate there. Now we have Tinubu didn't sign peace accord. Committee can't force Edo PDP, says Kuka. Okay, and we also have another story coming from Edo State. We won't remove Wike's cousin as REC. That's the Registered Electoral Commissioner. INEC tells PDP. Now, the last story we have coming from Voice of Liberty says on petrol, NNPCL releases revised statement showing altered figures in Dangote refinery prices. All right, that is it for Voice of Liberty. Now, let's move over to Daily Trust, okay? On the front page of Daily Trust this morning, we'll have, despite 40 billion naira ecological fund flood ravages state. Now, experts fear mismanagement of allocations. And of course, we also have 108 billion naira later disbursement largesse for some governors. I hope they're going to make proper use of that fund when it is released to them. Okay, now let's also look at this one that says, many Maulid celebrants killed in Kaduna Road accident. Okay, those are still on the accident that happened in Kaduna State. Now, CBN urged to reduce interest rate as food inflation drops to 37.52%. All right, concerns as NIPOST reform initiative hits the rock. All right, all that story you'll find on the front page of Daily Trust this morning. Now, on Daily Independent, we have Tinubu in Maiduguri pledges federal government support for flood victims. Now, the Tinubu also vows to tackle climate change and environmental issues differently. Now, the monarch urged probe of flooding and laments losses. Okay, and we'll have again gunmen attack police station in Anambra, killing two officers. That's happening. You see that at the front page of Daily Independent for details of that story. Now, my 8 point agenda linked to digital identity initiative, says President Tinubu. Okay, while the national identification numbers registration hit 110 million. Okay, that's a good news. That's quite a good news. Okay, now federal states, local governments share 3.473 trillion naira in second quarter of 2024, says Naiti. Okay, now the four die in Akudara in Yobe State. Now, still in Mediguri, Florida, and Dume asks federal government to rescue trapped residents. All that story you'll find on the Daily Independent. Okay, let's quickly move over to Nigerian News Direct. It says on the front page again, Nigeria's inflation rate declines to 32.15%. Okay, and bandits killed 30, abduct pastor, 30 others in Kaduna church attack. NNPC limited the Naira crude sales to kick off in October as reactions show price template for PMS sales. Okay, and last from Nigerian News Direct, we have Lagos reopens Odoya Elaro Bridge. Okay, let's quickly move over to Guardian newspaper this morning. Don't forget the 17th day of September being a Tuesday in 2024. Guardian newspaper has this on the front page. Consigns as fuel price hike, weak naira, dampen inflation outlook. Okay, now we'll have a fake Mediguri flood victims, relief operations at IDP camps. All right, and talking about monkeypox, that's popularly known as mpox, it says no plan to impose travel restrictions on Africans, says the US. Now, Abure's tenure as Labour Party boss expired in June 2024. INEC insists. And still on a Guardian newspaper this morning, we have a gunman kill 5 in fresh attack on Plateau community. And we'll have this story, I saw it on the other paper, coming back. It says 91's funds monitored, tracked as FAC shares 3.4 trillion naira in second quarter of 2024. Now, let's quickly look at a Blueprint newspaper. On the front page of Blueprint newspaper, the banner headline here says, new price template. Petrol to sell in Bronu at 1,019 naira per litre, while Lagos sales at 950 naira. Now, Nigerians are angry, say new pricing regime not healthy. Now, why Dangote refinery can't come cheap, says analyst. Another story here says bandits attack Kaduna church, kill 3, kidnap pastor and others. Now, Tinubu visits Bronu, announces relief fund for flood victims, while National Assembly members, Bauchi government, others donate 882 million naira. Okay, on the crash in Kaduna, we have a 35 die in Kaduna auto crash celebrating Malud. All right, gunmen bomb Anambra police station, killing 2 officers. And finally, from Blueprint this morning, we have Nigerians need urgent policy framework to key into FOCAC gain, says expert. Whatever that means. Now we also have thieves vandalize MKO National Stadium cables. All right, and okay, I can't miss this one. Say jam to offer free transport accommodation for people with disabilities during exams, says JAM registrar. Well, that's a new one there. I hope it works. Now, Vanguard newspaper this morning, Dangote petrol, Nigerians to pay 950 naira per litre, says NMPCL. Right, and Okonjo-Iweala to 6 second term as World Trade Organization's DG. And the Bet Niger Foundation honors 100 undergraduates with scholarship. Yeah, they're giving back to the society. Nice one. I like that one. All right, 75 die in Kaduna accidents. Zamfara boat mishap. On flooding, Tinubu announces disaster relief fund. And on Idel Malud, fix Nigeria before it is too late. Khan tells leaders. All right, quickly, let's move to this day newspaper. We have Tinubu reschedules U.S. trip to visit Maiduguri, pledges help for Borno. All right, he sets up a disaster relief fund, seeks private sector support, and Shehu of Borno wants flood disaster probed. All right, we also have Zulum commences distribution of relief materials to impacted persons. Now, a quick one. We also have this one that says suspects in Trump's assassination attempt charged waited for ex-president for 12 hours. That is coming from the front page of this day newspaper this morning.